The No Fate channel checking in. And after 6 months of acoustically treating this office with Arrow Zoom Acoustic Foam, I thought it would be an ideal time to not only review Arrow Zoom Acoustic Foam, but also give you my top audio tricks for improving sound quality, ranging from free, the cheapest, all the way up to the most expensive. 6 months ago, as part of my dad's home office series, I acoustically treated this home office with Arrow Zoom Acoustic Foam in hopes of not only improving the audio quality for my YouTube videos, but reducing the echo and improving the audio quality on my conference calls. So I thought today would be a perfect time to not only go over the pros and cons with the Arrow Zoom Acoustic Foam, but also give you my top audio tips ranging from free all the way to the most expensive for improving your audio, whether it's on a conference call or whether it's actually on a YouTube video or any type of social media video that you like to create. First and foremost, did Arrow Zoom Acoustic Foam improve the audio quality of my videos? The answer is yes. Putting it up on the walls, both behind me, to the right of me, and in front of me, has reduced the echo in this office, and there was a noticeable improvement. How noticeable was it? Not that much. You could tell that it had improved, but basically because of the effort and the cost that went into buying the foam and putting it up on the walls, I would say it was probably negligible for the cost. Just as a reference point, I paid approximately $60 for the panels and then another $10 in parts and accessories to get them up on the wall. So you're all in for about $60 to $70, and the improvement was good. You could tell there was an improvement, but for $70, I probably was expecting better audio quality. I would say if you are going to go with acoustic foam, you really want to try to get the best quality you can. I did get the 2-inch acoustic foam rather than the 1-inch. The thicker it is, the more essentially the better the quality is, because it's going to break down those wave forms of your voice and prevent that echo and prevent that, that reverb. One of the problems with this acoustic foam, I did put it up using these 3M Velcro stickers to the wall with the hopes of not having to ruin the wall. Should I have to take it down? Should I have to move? Or should I want to just rearrange the panels themselves? And the truth is that half of them actually ended up falling off the wall within probably the first 3 weeks. And I ended up having to go to spray adhesive foam, which is a little bit more messy, but it works very well. It is permanent. And if I do have to take these down, I'm probably going to have to, at the very least, repaint the walls. So that's something to consider if you are renting an apartment, renting an office space, and you want to actually get your money back, or if you feel like this might not be a permanent setup for you, you might want to have to move it around. Just be aware that if you put these up with the Velcros, they're probably going to end up coming down, and you're going to have to use spray adhesive foam. So that's obviously a side effect or a downturn for it. Another problem with the acoustic foam in general is in terms of space. The bigger your office, the more you're going to have to buy. I don't have a very big space here, so I happen to luck out. And I will say that if you have to pick spots to put the acoustic foam up, behind you is not ideal. You really want to put it in front of you where your voice is going to be traveling, and on any adjacent walls to, again, prevent reverb or prevent echo. Would I do it again? Would I acoustically treat my office again with Arrow Zoom Acoustic Foam? And the answer is probably not. If I had to do it again, and I was, again, conscious of cost and effort, I would probably buy myself an acoustic foam panel, which is probably like a 4x6 or even a 4x4, really dense acoustic foam panel, and put it up right in front of me, right in front of my camera, so that all of my audio that's coming forward hits that and hopefully dissipates and doesn't create the echo. And that way it wouldn't be permanent. It would just be something I would temporarily put up, and when I wasn't shooting, I could put it down. Or if for some reason I was on a conference call and I was facing this monitor, I could then move that, those foam panels, put them up right here in front of me. Again, trying to increase the versatility without having the headache of having to stick stuff on your walls, as well as not having to pay as much money, hopefully, with that smaller panel. Audio is so important when I make my YouTube videos, and that is why I put such a strong focus on trying to always have really good audio and always trying to improve that audio. Reason being, even if you shoot in 4K like I do, most people are watching your videos on their cell phone, so they're not downloading it in 4K, so that's not really going to resonate as much as the audio is. Also, many people, when they watch YouTube videos, are multitasking. They might not even be looking at your video at all, but they are listening to it, so again, that audio is so important. So I'm going to give you the tips that I have used to improve my audio over these years, and we're going to start with free, and we're going to go all the way up to the most expensive. So first and foremost, free. The first thing you can do is simply get closer to your camera or your microphone, whatever it may be. But if you're just shooting on your iPhone, if you're shooting like me on a GoPro, just simply bringing in that camera and that microphone closer to you is going to improve your audio right off the bat. Also, almost every type of video editing software has some type of noise reduction and audio cleanup tools that are simply just a click of the button. You don't have to dive down some crazy rabbit hole to get in the weeds of audio correction. I use DaVinci Resolve 15, and it's free, and there's literally 2 buttons that help me stabilize the audio and reduce noise, and it's just 2 clicks, boom, and the audio is significantly improved. The worse your audio is, the better just clicking on those buttons is going to be. So if you use a video editing software of any sort, definitely do a Google search and find the buttons that are going to help you improve the audio. Another thing you can do that is, again, free is be aware of your surroundings. Keep in mind that if you have a lot of road noise outside, simply closing your windows is going to help. Also, if you have shades, don't keep the shades open unless you need the light. These shades are closed not because I'm antisocial, but because these shades actually help reduce the reverb of my audio, because again, the audio waves are going to hit these shades and dissipate a lot more than if they just had an open wall to hit. Another thing that you can do that is free, like this setup that I have right now, I've got a little bit of a shelf that you can't see in front of me. You can put something in front of you that is going to help block those audio waves, such as a pillow, blankets. Okay, these are all things that are free, and with a little bit of ingenuity, people aren't even going to see them. Another thing, if you are in a room that has doors and there is no outside noise coming from those doors, open the doors. You don't want to have the doors shut because, again, you want those audio waves to be able to escape, and it's going to improve your audio. Now, these are small things that you can do, but again, they're free. You might as well take advantage of them. Another thing that you can do, just stepping up the price point from free to very minimal, for the price of maybe $10 or $15, is to get in a lapel mic. So this kind of goes back to the first tip about getting closer to your microphone. A lapel mic is probably the single best thing that you can do to improve your audio. It's going to bring the microphone right up underneath your mouth. What I've found, if you put a little windsock on it, you can see this black thing has like a windsock on it. That's going to not only help you with the wind, but it also helps you kind of clear up some of the popping that you get with some of the cheaper lower end microphones such as this. Another thing that you can do that is a step up from this $15 lapel microphone is to get a shotgun microphone. Some of you are shooting audio from multiple people at once. Many of you are on the go and don't have a time or want the hassle of taking a lapel microphone on or off. You can get a shotgun microphone. They make them for your iPhones. They make them for your Androids. For a while, I was using a Rode audio microphone for my iPhone, and that's actually the one I have set up right now that is connected as a backup audio for my GoPro, and it does improve the audio. It's not going to be as crisp as, in my opinion, as these $15 lapel microphones. Reason being is it's going to be further away from you at all times and is not going to be, again, as close to you getting that audio, but it is versatile. It's not that expensive. They range everywhere from like $30 all the way up to $60, and they tend to be super small. And again, if you're outside, you can throw on a wind dead cat sock to it, and I find that not only helps cut down on the background noise and the popping, but if you've got any wind whatsoever, it'll cut down on that as well. Okay, so the next thing that you can do that is a step up in terms of cost from the shotgun microphone is to acoustically treat the audio of the office or the area that you're in. I kind of mentioned that at the beginning. That can range anywhere from $40 to $60. If you are not certain what you should be doing, or if you are not certain where you're going to be shooting, I'll say this again, probably get yourself just one nice panel of acoustic foam, and that way it's versatile. You can move it with you, you can take it with you, you can just put it up right in front of you wherever you're shooting, and it will just cut down that noise significantly. The number one thing that I have done to improve my audio also happens to be the most expensive thing that I've done to improve my audio, and that is to get an external audio recorder. This is a Tascam DR05. They make a number of different audio recorders. I'm not going to even talk about which ones you should get. This one's pretty good. It's worked for me really well. Keep in mind, audio recorders have one mission, and that is to record audio very, very well, and that is what they do. They are going to record your audio much better than any camera that you have, even with an external microphone attached to it. In terms of cost, this costs $100 new. There's more expensive versions. There's cheaper versions. Personally, I got this used off of Amazon. So many people don't realize that Amazon used components, electronics, especially when they are verified and backed by Amazon, are almost new. Oftentimes people will open up the packages, not like it, send it right back. Amazon verifies that it's still good to go and sells it to you for a steal. I paid $60 for this, and I've been extremely, extremely happy. The only downside of this is not only that it takes batteries, which is minor, the batteries last a pretty long time, but because it is an external audio source, you need to, of course, make sure that you sync it up with your audio in your camera. So oftentimes at the beginning of my videos, I give a couple claps, and that allows me to sync it up. And it has worked wonders. The audio from this Tascam DR05 is leaps and bounds better than anything that I can get from my GoPro, from my iPhone, even with the lapel mics and the shotgun microphones. It's super versatile. It's not that big. The SD card in here lasts forever. I have yet to delete any audio off of this thing, and I've been making videos on this for well over 6 months. If you have been thinking about getting yourself Arrow Zoom acoustic foam or any type of acoustic foam for your space, I would highly recommend you spend just a few more dollars and upgrade yourself to make sure that you're at the very least already using an external microphone. The downside is it adds an extra step in post-production because you do have to sync up the audio, but once you've done it a few times, once you get used to the process, I guarantee you it is going to take you 2 to 3 minutes extra at most per video. And again, it's going to significantly improve your audio. And something small like this, you don't have to necessarily only use it in the office. If you're out and about, you can certainly clip it to a lapel microphone, drop this in your back pocket, and no one is the wiser. Hopefully, you found these tips informative. Hopefully you found my review, or my 6-month review of Arrow Zoom Acoustic Foam, informative. If you've come this far in the video, please give this video a like, hit that subscribe button. If you are interested in a free YouTube No Fade 24/7 sticker, all you need to do is give this video a like, drop a comment, and then email me at nofade247@gmail.com. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. I am dedicated to helping you dads be great parents to your children and still accomplish your own personal goals. I post tips and tricks to save you dads time, energy, and money. 3 things that are in short supply for every dad out there.